Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of the TrashCast. I'm joined by a lovely host and another thing here.
Tyler's not here.
Our other host is Fox Pruitt.
Hello.
And then we have AJ.
A creature.
We have a creature. His name's AJ.
He's categorized as basement dweller,
Basement dweller, gremlin,
Factual.
rat.
nocturnal, whatever you want to name him.
I am nocturnal.
That is very true. I've seen his schedule, and it's like
Not good.
he wakes up at...
I'm an owl. I wake up at 12.
And goes till 4 in the morning, if not 6 in the morning.
Yeah, 4 is like the earliest I cut it off.
Oh, okay.
as loud as you can, keeping up the neighbors like an owl.
I don't yell at 3. And who else is on that I'm going to be yelling at 3 in
He's
the morning?
playing RTS games at that point in the night, so it's like...
Mountain Blade is not an RTS game.
Oh, here he goes.
Okay.
It's a strategy game,
Uh-huh.
but you also swing your sword and stuff on the battlefield.
Whoa.
How old is that game now?
No, this is a new one.
Oh, you're playing the
Bannerlord's the
new...
new
Oh,
one.
the one that, like, was that last year that it came out? Or was
Yeah,
it this
2020, I think.
year? Alrighty.
Either that or, yeah, I think it was 2020.
The old one was pretty nice. The multiplayer was
Did
definitely
you ever
something
play
else.
single player?
20 minutes, and then I gave up
Why?
because I don't
Single
like
player
that.
is way more fun.
I don't like those type of games.
Yeah, I guess it is like a medieval RPG sandbox game where you like lead an army.
You know. But how's your day going, Andrew?
Pretty good. I'm drinking a strawberry yoo-hoo, and I think I'm gonna die, like
Yeah.
in a few hours.
Okay, well, as a man who wants to be sponsored by you,
You gotta give them
I'm-
criticism.
I am about to give them my honest criticism on their other flavors. Last night,
What do you love about the chocolate one? The classic
chocolate
chocolate.
one, classic one. Okay, nobody could hate chocolate milk.
No,
It's
maybe
just
people who
overall-
are allergic to it, but like
It's
chocolate.
a very slim thing, so it's like a universal drink that's enjoyable.
True.
But when you get towards something like strawberry milk or vanilla milk, it's
Vanilla, I can enjoy. I can enjoy all of them if they're done well. Like, have you ever had really good vanilla ice cream?
vanilla ice cream's like
Vanilla varies a lot, but it's generally pretty good.
when
But
I
that
think of
doesn't
like
even matter. This is about you.
vanilla flavored in anything cream, I think of like my grandpa's coffee creamer that he's been putting in for like
His life.
30 years. That's just the powdered stuff that you stir into black coffee, and
I don't
it's
know
not
how
good.
people drink black coffee. Like, you know how like the army does?
Dude, when you're in the army, you take whatever you could get, honestly.
I guess so.
You know what the best, like, at-home coffee mix is? Especially during the wintertime? You put a hot cocoa packet in.
Yeah, my
and
mom
then
does
you
that.
and then you put coffee on top of it, and then you put milk in it. And it is so good. It's probably some of the best I've ever had.
Hot chocolate also varies a lot.
Yeah.
It's a very saturated market, so you can either get like the best hot chocolate or like cardboard.
Real question for you guys.
What?
You mix in milk or water
For what?
for the hot chocolate?
You're supposed to do
milk.
water, but
I do
milk
milk.
is so much better.
I do
Milk,
milk.
good, good. You guys are cultured men.
Otherwise, it's literally you're just making yoo-hoo.
Yoo-hoo, that's a yoo-hoo right there. Yoo-hoo's a summer drink, though.
Although wait, isn't you? Didn't we look it up? And yoo-hoo's like powdered milk,
It has powdered milk in it, yeah.
so it's a fraud.
Not technically. It's not like it has like I think what is it?
Lactate.
I think
or-
it has
No,
like
that's not the word.
lactose.
Well, lactose.
This is like not lactose intolerant. What's the word?
No, I think it is lactose.
Read on it.
It's like
it might
the-
say it right on it. It has
whey,
a powder.
yeah, it says there's whey from milk,
Yeah, away from milk.
but it contains less than 2% of dry milk. So most of it isn't.
So, I don't think it really counts as a milk at that point since it has an ingredient in it, but
Well, yeah, I guess you don't call like a cake just an egg because it has eggs in it.
eggs, yeah. I don't know. But the flavors, they taste off.
It's just generic.
Like artificial, like chocolate, doesn't really taste that much different.
This is my
from-
first time tasting it. Or maybe I've had it as a child, but I don't remember. But this is my first time as a sentient human.
Bean?
Yeah,
Not a human.
tasting. Okay, yeah, I'm a creature. I forgot, but I don't know. Also, so I'm looking at the straw because it's like one of the cardboard ones with the straw, and you like poke it through the top, and when I like take a sip from it, there's like this bright pink residue on the straw, and I'm concerned for my health. This is like, you know how they have like that, what was it? There was like that dangerous red dye that they used in like food that was
What?
like, huh?
What are you talking about?
Like, oh, I think this is like a scandal or something like a while ago where like this like red food dye they put in like drinks and food or whatever was like caused cancer. This feels like the same level of that because it's like a glow stick. It's like glow stick fluid in it.
I get where you're coming from, but the color doesn't really concern me too much. We have a lot of worse things we drink, but the flavoring, it tastes off.
Okay, now I'm gonna try the vanilla one.
Take out the vanilla, but let's while you start tasting the vanilla.
Turn the mic off.
Okay, I'm gonna start giving my honest review on strawberry. First, when it touches your tongue, artificial strawberry, which is just a very hard flavor to get right.
It's like grape.
So yeah, like it's like grape. I don't know. Let me get a sip.
Okay, vanilla is in. The vanilla is in.
Strawberry.
I didn't shake it. I think I'm supposed
that
to
was
shake it.
messed
I
up.
always forget to shake it.
The strawberry, it's already too sweet that it's almost like unbearable because it's like artificial fruit too sweet, and it's not that good. But
You know, the vanilla is definitely better, but it is also just generic vanilla. It's probably just vanilla extract.
so it goes top to bottom. Original Yoo-hoo.
Vanilla, I guess,
Vanilla.
is second, but it's not that close.
It's not. It's like
Dude, we need to find the peanut butter one.
I do want to try that. We might get
That
it next
might
time.
actually be good or the worst one ever.
It might be awful because artificial peanut butter
It's
is
gross.
pretty bad.
I personally really like the vanilla. Like, I think vanilla is one of the best ones. I think it
like
is
it.
the best one.
I don't like the color of it.
Past original chocolate.
Yes. I don't know. There's something about it.
I do like vanilla over chocolate flavor-wise, but
it doesn't.
I don't know.
So my issue with the original Yoo-hoo, like the chocolate one, it leaves a really weird aftertaste in my mouth. This one doesn't, and it really
That's true.
tastes good.
It
I
does
really
taste-
do enjoy the vanilla flavor in this one. It's
This one
very
tastes-
sweet.
This
but
one
it's
tastes
good.
more like vanilla than the strawberry does taste like strawberry. This one's just better.
I do not like the strawberry one. If there's
So are
something I
these
can
the
agree
only
on.
three main flavors besides the peanut butter?
I think maybe peanut butter was a limited time.
That's,
I'm not fully
or like
sure.
it just was terrible.
Or it was terrible and they just discontinued it. So if that was terrible and they haven't discontinued strawberry yet, I don't know how bad that must have been.
Have you seen that video of that guy drinking like a 2-decade-old Pepsi, Crystal Pepsi or whatever, the like clear one? There's this video of this guy who like chugs a 20-year-old Pepsi Clear or whatever it was called. I can't remember. It's like the see-through Pepsi.
Crystal.
Yeah. He like chugged it and it was 20 years old and he vomited. And I'm thinking if the peanut butter one is out of stock, maybe you could find an old carton of it.
Just go on like Craigslist or like
Yeah.
some shady site and just
And
get
then
it.
drink the carton of it. I don't know how old that is, if they like discontinued it not that long ago or not, but drink the old one and then see how much you throw up. And
Well,
that'll
I assume
determine how
these
good
have
it
a
is.
pretty long expiration date. Like when is this? You know, they could last a year before
This
they
one
expire.
says October 20th. That's like not that long.
But yeah, what year? 2022.
Oh, yeah, it is 22. I thought it was 21.
Well, so
my
it lasts
God.
about a year. That's not too bad.
Yeah, but it depends on how long ago they did the peanut butter. We don't even know if it was a limited time thing or not, but
Who knows? But enough about review. Let's just wrap it up with chocolate S tier.
well, we didn't review the chocolate one originally. So what do you like about chocolate?
We talked about it in the beginning. it's a universal flavor that most people can enjoy. And then it's not too hard to get an artificial chocolate flavoring down compared to something like fruit. And like vanilla's not that hard either because it could be a vanilla extract, but I think that chocolate was the original one and it has the longest time to be the best it can be. And if it wasn't S tier, Yoo-hoo wouldn't exist right now because I don't know. I'm pretty sure they're not bought by anyone
Besides you.
except by like me. Yeah, I
You're the only client.
single-handedly just
They make all
supporting
the
Yoo-hoo.
Yoo-hoos just for you.
I don't know what my daily Yoo-hoo intake is, but it's pretty bad. Like I'm surprised I don't have diabetes, but
I mean, drinking 2 of these is 60% of the sugar intake.
and a can is 50%, and I think about 2 cans a day. So that's all my sugar right there.
Oh.
The vanilla is better for you than the chocolate.
Well, yeah, this has more calories than the strawberry one, though.
So strawberry one the best
But it's
for
the
you?
same percent. It's the same percentage of added sugar. I think 31%.
Maybe, but like, it's like vitamins aren't 260%, you know?
So you're saying I can't get kidney stones off of this?
Well, you don't get kidney stones unless you don't drink water.
Potassium.
Well, yeah, if I get my overload of vitamins and
Maybe
I don't
this is
drink
how you
water.
get water. Is this your water?
You only get 4% of your daily intake of potassium. You'd have to drink a lot of Yoo-hoos to get.
Is Yoo-hoo
Who do you
cheap?
think I am? Yoo-hoo, it's...
Oh no!
we just had a little accident on
He
the
sprayed
set.
himself with the vanilla Yoo-hoo.
It's all over his legs. I don't know what else to say. Except, we'll move on.
I know. I kind of like. It tastes like vanilla pudding, kind of.
I hate vanilla pudding
I
so much.
don't really like pudding, anyways. But this is actually. I kind of like this.
Like, after I take a bite of vanilla pudding, it just has a chemical flavor on my tongue.
Yeah, that's
And I'm
true.
just like, ugh.
I mean, I don't enjoy drinking these over just like a normal drink. Like, I'd rather just drink water. I think, but
You know, you have them.
at
I
your
don't have
house,
anything else.
You don't have water. You just have Yoo-hoo. The faucet sprays Yoo-hoo.
I
You
secretly...
can't escape it.
I don't know why, but my house is indeed just...
Is there like
Yoo-hoo.
a Yoo-hoo factory under this basement?
Secretly, it's in that dungeon over there.
That door?
Yeah, the dark
That's
room.
where the Yoo-hoo factory is?
It's...
And it's just like tapped straight into your pipes?
Yeah. We do like a recycle system, you know? All the
Do you think
excess
that costs
Yoo-hoo.
more or less than just tap water? Having like...
Oh,
It's probably
holy-
cheaper.
Oh, it's definitely more expensive.
No, but
Well,
this
technically,
tastes pretty... I don't know, man.
it's pretty watered down, most likely, but...
yeah.
I don't
mean,
know.
obviously it's going to be more expensive than just tap water, but like, this can't be much more.
Probably not. You know, if I had a pretty efficient system that paid for itself, that'd be nice. But,
Yeah.
I don't know. We brought this on too long.
Video games.
What if they made a PB&J Yoo-hoo?
Video games.
PB&J Yoo-hoo.
You
Hear
know what
me
you
out.
could do? Peanut butter mixed with strawberry Yoo-hoo, and that's your PB&J.
That's
Peanut butter and jelly, strawberry jelly, come on.
yeah, but strawberry versus strawberry jelly is 2 different flavors.
Well, it's artificial strawberries, so it's almost like it.
I guess so.
But I'm done with Yoo-hoos.
Video games.
Video games.
Anything
You
new in
wanna
the
say it
game
again?
world?
Hey, you're the one who's been buying all these new games.
Yeah,
Okay.
I have not been paid back, but he's buying new games.
Okay.
I don't blame him.
Okay. So, here we go. 2 new games came out recently. First one, New World. MMORPG. Pretty good.
What is this game about, huh?
Killing demons on an island.
Only demons?
And undead.
You're really bad at this.
And moving on.
Sounds like a poem. Kill undead.
The second game that I've been
He
playing
really
quite a bit
only
of
wants to talk about the second game.
is Back for Blood. All right, now this is one I can get into.
Go on.
This is if you guys have played Left 4 Dead before, you will love this game. It's the new edition.
Left 4 Dead's a classic.
Left 4 Dead's a classic, but this one just modernized it, and it took it to the extreme. It's a 4-person survival co-op game, and you kill zombies, lots of them. And you know, I don't think I've had this much fun in a long time. This is all I look forward to after every single school day. After work.
Not hanging out with me.
I look forward to Black for Blood more. I'm sorry.
Black for Blood. Okay.
I have verbal dyslexia. Please don't bully me.
Hey, I have a speech impediment, so we're all in the same boat.
Let's
except
go.
for Andrew.
Yeah, I hate
He
that guy.
doesn't
The
get
only
to be in the
normal
boat.
one.
No, you're not.
Okay.
But
Yes and no.
can I give my... I just don't think that a modernized Left 4 Dead should be $60.
I think with all the additions that they've added, I think it's actually quite a fair price, especially for how much
it looks-
you get through the content.
It
So,
looks like there's a lot more to it than Left 4 Dead
in Left
had.
4 Dead, you just choose your character and you go in. In this one, each of the characters have their own specific perks and what they do for the team, so it's better. It's a better team-based strategy game, right? Like you have to have like a good group, like a good mixing, fluid group to be able to be successful in this game.
You need group diversity.
I gotta be honest
Yeah.
with you. Our group does not have that.
We're
Well-
talking about Back for Blood, not your personal life.
No,
Back
no,
on
no.
topic. So, in this game, there's a cool system called the card system. I don't think Left 4 Dead had that.
No, Left 4 Dead's good, but it doesn't.
Left 4 Dead was a very basic. You have what you have.
I think
and
that's what's
it.
good about it. Is just,
Yeah,
it's
it's
just
a very basic
simple
game.
classic. That's what makes
This
it
just
so
a
good.
simple hack
This
and slash
game-
kill zombies game.
This game adds a whole different level of complexity, and I really enjoy it. I think that each
It also-
encounter is different.
Also, kind of looks a little bit like World War Z.
That's what I was just thinking of. Is it's just a
Remember
more
when you and
in-depth
me played World War Z, Fox?
That was practically just Left 4 Dead because it was as
And it was
simple.
only $20, I think. wasn't it?
$20.
Way
so
cheaper.
why is this one costing so much more for just?
I don't
I don't
yeah,
know. I
that's-
haven't played it, but that's all I gotta say.
It's a hefty
Okay.
price tag.
So, in World War Z, you have your set missions, right? Do any of them have replayability?
No.
Like, once you go through the mission, is there any replayability
I think it's
on
worth
any
more
of
of
them?
the price, though.
I would.
I don't know.
replay it.
I'd have to play Back for Blood to make this.
So, in Back for Blood, each
that.
of... So, you know how Diablo 3 works with, like, its level customization?
No.
How there's...
I never played it.
Oh, this makes it a lot more difficult. Okay. So, Back for Blood has there's the card system, right? And each of the cards, there's a corruption card, and that changes the way you have to play the game every single mission. So, one run will never be the same as the next run, correct? So, when you're playing the game, why are you smiling like that? Is there an issue?
Sorry, I was watching Andrew inhale some noodles.
Oh, okay, that's perfectly
sorry.
fine. So, the game has a lot of replayability, and there's reward, like, for playing the game, like getting really cool stuff or getting cards. Like, there's a reason to continue playing it, not just to go in, kill everything, and complete the mission. Like, there's a really difficult skill curve to the game, and each mission feels rewarding to actually play through. I think it's worth $60. At first, I didn't. But now that I played it quite a bit more, I think it's definitely worth the $60 mark. So,
I gotta be honest with you. This last year, I bought quite a few games, and I've regretted all of them because I just don't play games anymore. Honestly,
you play
I play
Friday,
Friday
night.
Night
Yeah.
Funkin' now.
Friday
My
Night Funkin'.
top game this year for some random reason.
It's
There's
because
only-
I told you to play it.
It's because of Holden.
There's only one
Well,
game.
I told him to play it.
Only one game I've been disappointed with this year so far. New World.
I don't.
Were
New
you
World is
disappointed with it?
Yeah,
kind of boring.
I enjoyed the beta more than I do the original game right now.
The beta was so fresh.
Yeah, the beta, like, nobody knew anything, so it was just
Well,
really
maybe you shouldn't
fun.
have played the beta then.
Well, everyone now knows because
yeah.
people did play the beta. If
Yeah.
they didn't do a beta and just released a game,
I think it would have been great.
I think it could have been a lot better, or I would have been able to refund my money. But here we are, $60 out of my $70 out
But
of
then
my
you have
pocket.
to pay to even play the beta.
Wait, why was it $70?
because I bought the deluxe one.
Mine was $50 for the deluxe.
Did I spend only 50? I don't know.
You probably spent 50 because the original game's 40 and 50
Or you
for
just
the
got
deluxe.
ripped off.
I don't know. I get ripped off a lot, apparently.
I mean, that Nickelodeon All-Star or Brawl Stars game that Holden has been playing a lot.
It's very fun. It's good.
Well, it was originally $30 and now it's 50. So.
I got mine for 30.
Well, yeah.
$30 I could possibly see it with the amount of characters they have, but 50
No.
for that small of a selection right now?
Also, I mean, I'm not even a Smash person, so it's like, eh.
I think it's quite fun. I think it's really frustrating because it seems a lot faster paced than Smash was. And, like, there's definitely already, like, really good characters in the game, and there's not very good balance. So that's why I kind of stopped playing it. So
I don't know. I haven't really experienced much of these games. One game I did experience, Battlefield, the beta, subpar.
Oh, no, dude. That
I didn't play it, but
You didn't play it? I thought you had everything downloaded and whatnot.
I did, but I was like, I don't know. It was only for like a day. Like the open beta was like a day.
I didn't feel like it was a Battlefield game.
Honestly,
It doesn't look like one, but at the same time, it looks just like one. So it's conflicting.
It's a large map. There's a lot of players, but there's COD movement. And
Yeah,
you can
it
jump
looks-
and shoot, and
Don't they even have like the same like body plate system? Like
yeah,
yeah.
literally the exact
have-
same game.
4 specialists that all each have an ability they can use.
Do you remember when COD and like Battlefield used to have like a rivalry?
Yeah,
Now they're just mending into each other. Like
soon they're just gonna do a collaboration, and it's just to be one game.
well, I remember Modern Warfare had a game mode that's like Battlefield's, like the Conquest game mode, and then so like COD became Battlefield also, and now Battlefield's becoming COD.
Yeah,
So it's like, what? It's a weird time.
but with this beta, I was really excited for the 128 versus 128 instead of 64.
I don't think it was 128.
There's 64 on each team.
Yeah, not 128 versus 128.
Oh yeah, yeah,
64,
that's yeah.
64.
So 128, I was excited for that many players on.
Is it just chaotic though?
No, the maps are too big.
Yeah, the maps are way too
You
big
had-
for the
That's
amount of
something
players.
that's something they can iron out when the game comes out.
I hope so, because like you'd spend like 2 or 3 minutes trying to run to the next objective that all of a sudden your team capped, and then you have nothing to do and you get
So
no
it's just
kills.
running.
hmm
It's running.
I think that's something they can fix.
I don't like the specialist and like
Is it the
grappling
sniper?
hooks. Snipers are kind of weird. It's just weird in general.
It might also just because it's like supposed to be futuristic.
I don't know. I just think that they give like we're just supposed to be an average soldier with the random minimum training, just doing whatever you can. But now I'm feeling like I'm a top dog,
You're like a super soldier.
and I just don't like that. I want it to be
Yeah,
kind of
that
like
kind of I
Battlefield
can
1.
see that. It doesn't look like even though like they didn't stick solely to like the doctrines of the time. Battlefield 1 makes you feel just like a normal infantryman. Like you don't feel like a special you don't feel like the main character because you're not.
Yeah,
Everyone's like playing their own part.
But then it also helps you work better as a thing that you work for your team because you don't act like you're all this big tough guy. You're just such an insignificant.
I mean, like
thing.
one squad can be significant, but one
like a
person,
tank squad in a game, dude.
Oh,
We
don't
popped
even-
off once. That's
don't
all I
even
gotta
get me
say.
started.
But I don't know. One thing that Battlefield got right this time was the beta, because before there weren't enough servers that you'd sit in a queue for hours
Oh.
to get into the game.
Well,
But
that's not a really good skill to have, is making good betas.
well, I'm just saying this one went a lot smoother because I
Yeah.
queued in for 2 minutes and instantly got in the game.
Yeah.
So that's at least made it more enjoyable because you're actually able to play the game instead of just sitting in the menu and playing like 3 times throughout the day.
I'll probably still end up getting the game because I love Battlefield.
Aren't they trying to charge $70 or something for it?
I don't
Or is
know.
it just 60?
Dude,
still?
you know games used to be like way more expensive?
With like, yeah, they used to be like valued as like $100 with
Inflation.
inflation. Yeah.
So, not even. Some of them were more than 100. I think like 120 was like. I think they were always 60, but like
with
as
inflation, it just
yeah,
definitely,
$60 is not the same as it was like 50 years ago.
I don't know, But overall, I might buy it during Christmas if it's on sale, but I will not pay the full price for Battlefield, nor
Yeah,
will I pay
I'll
the
see.
full price for Back 4 Blood.
I'll probably end up seeing. I mean, it's kind of hard. Like Battlefield 5 was kind of disappointing. That's like the World War II one. And now they're going like futuristic. I was excited for them to do World War II because World War II is like one of my favorite eras to learn about.
Battlefield 5,
It's just I don't like it that much. I don't like the revive system in that one as much. I don't know.
I
It's
liked
complicated. I played it a lot, even though looking back on it, I'm not too fond of it. I still played it a lot.
I mean, when we were on the Xbox, we played it quite a bit and pretty often too.
Yeah, and okay. I guess I can't say it's a bad game because it's still fun, but it's not. I don't have as many outstanding memories as I did with like Battlefield 1.
I think Battlefield 1 in general is just a better game, but
Battlefield
I
1
really
is, I think,
enjoyed
my
World
favorite
War
Battlefield.
II in Battlefield 5.
The only thing I think that made me enjoy Battlefield 5 was that it was World War II.
I think that's really the biggest thing it had for it, because it didn't really stand out too much in a Battlefield game.
Not
But
really, no. I don't know.
I wasn't a big fan of the maps they had either.
I mean, yeah, because they had maps that were specifically for, like, they had that one map where it was literally just supposed to be tanks. Like, they spawned a lot more tanks. And it, I don't know. It's a fine game. I don't know.
I want
I
to.
love how I, like, completely flipped how I thought about it.
I don't know if I've talked about 2 games that I've played through recently. Have I talked about Before Your Eyes and What Remains of Edith Finch?
I think you did.
Have I? On
I
the
can't-
podcast?
Not on the podcast. You talked to Fabi about it.
Okay.
I
Well,
thought you did bring it up on the podcast.
well, they get to hear my spiel again if it is.
Okay.
All right. We'll start from the beginning. It all started with Before Your Eyes. If you've never played it, I would highly recommend it. It's a very beautiful story game. It makes you feel a certain type of way. And do you want me to just be like, yeah, it makes you feel really depressed and sad on the inside. You
Well, you
don't
should
want to
explain-
continue on.
You should
Absolutely
explain
like
the
that.
plot.
Okay. So, I mean, I guess this isn't...
Try not to spoil it, I guess.
Okay. So, well, you're pretty much... The I don't know how to explain this. The game is centered around you blinking, and every time you blink, you go forward in time. You start off because there's somebody that picks you up, you're a dead soul, and you have to go through your life, all right? And you have to see all the things that happened in your life, all right?
Isn't this pretty much just like an interactive movie?
Yeah, it's an interactive story.
But it's like the camera, it like watches as you in real life like blink.
Yes.
It's not like you click a button or whatever. You like
Yeah.
if you blink in real life, you miss it.
Yeah. Like every time you blink, the game will move forward. And it made it really hard. It was really tough to play that
Well,
game.
I remember watching you play it. It was like you wouldn't blink and it would still move forward sometimes.
Yeah, that's because I'm pretty sure it's because of my glasses. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure that's the reason, and I can't see without them. So
Yeah, you kind of
Wait, so it has sensors on your eyes with like your
Yeah,
yeah,
it
yeah,
uses a
webcam.
webcam.
Okay,
yeah, it
and then
uses a
it's-
webcam. It is a very, very, very beautiful game.
It's a cool kind of like experimental.
So
Yeah.
every time you blink, it moves forward in time.
Yes,
So to do a speed run.
you could do a speed run.
I don't think you can actually go.
So
So there's
there's-
only some parts where it like if you blink, it moves, right?
Yeah, so there's a metronome that plays, and that's when if you blink, it'll move forward in time.
And you'll miss stuff.
Yeah. It
'Cause
was
there's some things you're supposed to see,
yeah.
like you're supposed to look at stuff,
Yeah.
like your cat getting eaten.
Nice.
what's up.
Sick. Good.
Yeah,
Thank you.
just wanted to bring that up.
Makes
Thank
sense.
Thank
You're
you.
kind of a weird guy.
I really enjoyed that so much. That made me feel so happy on the inside.
Like when he gets eaten by the coyote, the cat.
Wow, spoilers.
All right, so the next
It's
game
not
I
a spoiler.
played is What Remains of Edith Finch. I actually got recommended this game by AJ. This was a very, very, very good game. I loved this game.
Wait, Andrew recommended a good game for once?
No, this is genuinely a very good game that enjoyed a lot. It's another interactive story game, like you're going
Because
through.
I saw a video essay of it.
Oh,
I never played it. I just watched it.
You could have said something cool like, I saw this on the Steam Marketplace and I really liked the way it looked.
Well, why would I
That's not
recommend
as
you a
cool.
game I don't know anything about just because it looks cool? That's stupid.
I guess that's true. Whatever. Moving on. Well, this game is another story game, and it's like you're going through the stories of all your family members because at the beginning of the game, all of them are dead. You just know that. And you go through the game and you go through your old house and you discover all their stories.
Well, one of the things I saw in the video essay about that game is like the house is kind of like a museum, kind of, because it's like every room is supposed to be, it's supposed to like represent them.
Yeah.
And it's kind of sad almost in that sense because it's like this entire family like won't be able to like move past their dead relatives just because it's literally like in their house. Like they're not allowed to like move past it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's rough. The game wasn't like sad necessarily. Like it was very interesting because of like all the cool stuff you learned about all the family members. I mean, it's really unfortunate some of the ways that they died, but I think it
Like
was
the kid who goes flying off the swing.
I thought that was really cool. Like
Oh, wow.
that was a really cool story cuz like whenever you go through the game, you like
You
see
play-
the stories and then you play through the stories. Like whatever, the kid on the swing one, you get to see how everything happens.
Yeah.
So-
It's because like you're reading letters.
Yeah.
Like your character is just reading letters, but like when you read those letters, you play like a mini game.
Yeah, it's very good. All right.
And then the ending is like, you know,
Don't
sad.
say anymore.
It's just sad. The whole thing is
and
just
that's it
sad.
for Andrew. We'll just cut that
Yeah,
out.
we'll just cut Andrew out there.
Okay.
No more
Or
spoilers.
he'll cut himself
Cut
out.
me off.
Yeah.
What about Andrew? What have you been playing that's new, not the same games you've
Nothing
been playing?
new.
How long have you been playing your games that you have?
Well, Mountain Blade Bannerlord, that was the first game I got on Steam, or one of them.
Yeah.
So I've been playing that. I have like 300 hours, I think, on it.
That's it.
Hey, I have 2,000 hours on Crusader Kings too.
I'm like, yeah, I expected like nearly a couple thousands for some of
but I
these
don't really
games.
count it being 2,000 necessarily because I've left my computer on because I used to play it on my crappy laptop.
Yeah, I remember you always playing it. It was
So I just
always
left
on.
it open. Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's probably that. That's probably why.
You know,
There's only one game that I have over 3,000 hours on.
What is that?
don't say it.
World of Warcraft.
Oh well, that's not what I thought it was gonna be.
It was World of Warcraft. That's the only game I have over 3,000 hours on. Yeah, those are days in the past. I actually got paid for playing that game.
That's what's
I
up.
do remember when you
I
did
used
that.
to get paid to play that game because, not to toot my own horn or anything, but I was really good. I was a sought after
You
player.
see how both of our faces are blank?
I know, but it's because you guys don't care about this. I did. I was really good at that game.
It's
I
just
spent
funny.
a
You're
lot of
like, you're
time.
like, I'm really good at this game, and me and Fox are just unimpressed.
I don't know what it means to be good at that game. I've never
Yeah, don't
shown
you
know,
just
an
fight?
interest,
Don't you
but
just fight
Okay.
AI
So the way to be good at that game, there's two ways.
just to play it too much?
No.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't need a rundown on this.
No. It's super simple.
I
Two
don't
ways.
think we get a
You
choice.
spend a lot of money or you spend a lot of time. And I chose the second option. I spent 3,000 hours actually. So,
You know,
That's how MMOs work. They like make
they
you pay
suck
for
your
stuff
they suck your soul
and your wallet.
and I
and
quit.
your wallet.
And I quit.
Are you ever gonna go back?
No. That
That's-
game sucks.
Okay.
Whoa.
Oh.
How do you? How do you
spend
hate?
3,000 hours on something and say it sucks?
Because
Yeah.
Wrath of the Lich
Well,
King
the
was
same
one
way
of the
you
best.
play League of Legends. That's how.
That is also true. How many hours do you have on that?
I don't want
I
to hear
played
this
the fifth.
answer. I don't want to hear this
I played the
answer.
fifth. All right.
It's probably.
Well, anyways, World of Warcraft stopped being good after Legion. That's it.
I don't know what that means, but
You know,
okay.
An expansion.
You're ranting to a brick wall because none of us know what this means.
I don't know, and anyone in our audience who would know either.
Well, I would hope they know. It's a classic. But it
I don't think
sucks.
anybody cares, though.
Not for anyone in our generation.
Really?
I don't think
I
so.
That game was out when we were kids, like 7 or 8.
Yeah, but you don't play that when you're a kid.
Yes,
don't think.
yes,
How
you-
old were you when you started playing it?
7.
Dude,
I
who
don't think
owned
I
a-
played the games
like a
like-
laptop or a computer at 7.
I used my
Yeah,
mom's
I had a
computer.
PlayStation 2.
I had a
Classic.
PlayStation 2 as well.
I never owned
PlayStation
one.
2 is sick.
My friend used to have
I
a
used to
PlayStation.
Alex,
play
what's your
2.
favorite PlayStation 2 game?
Winnie the Pooh and his adventure games. Dude, that game was bomb.
I just want it to be known how I was smiling, and after he said that, I am no longer smiling.
Bro, Winnie the Pooh and his adventure game was bomb.
My favorite was Sly Cooper. Have you ever heard of Sly Cooper?
No.
It's this game where you play as like a raccoon who like
A
has this
robber?
like, yeah, well, you're not, I mean, you are a robber, but it's not like you like do heists and stuff. It's like, but you like have this like cool cane. I don't know how to explain this game.
Whoa,
It's-
that's great.
It's a classic though. Like there's one part where you like fight this like you're in Venice and there's like this lion that sings opera and you have like a boss battle with him and he like tries to kill you. I remember crying at that game. I
You want to know
cried.
what is a classic, though?
Huh?
The first Halo.
Oh, well,
The
yeah,
first
but-
Halo
well,
is a
of course,
classic.
it's a classic. You can't deny that the Halo series is not one of the best.
You want to
if
know
not
how
the
I got
best.
into Halo?
Fox, did you ever play Halo before you and me went through all of them?
I played the original Halo
Combat
on
Evolved.
like the original Xbox with my cousin,
Okay.
and we just played multiplayer. Like I think almost every day.
You know, I'm not as much of a fan of Halo multiplayer. I don't.
It's not that great, but like when it's just versus, like
I think it's only good if you play it when you're a kid.
I think it's just the nostalgia of it. When you're a kid, you think you're so
I think
good.
games you play as a kid, you kind of just always love.
No, dude.
Yeah,
Not always.
when you
but, like,
replay games now,
maybe it's
kind of
different.
suck.
It depends on what kind of game though. Like
I'll know,
7
dude.
Days to Die, I have so much nostalgia for it, and I still love that game, even though it sucks.
It's a good like it was
It
a fun
sucks,
game,
but
but
it's fun.
pretty bad, honestly.
I love it though. I love it.
I wish that someone would take over it and just fix it.
I follow them on like their Steam page. They
It's
have
not
like
really fixed though. It's still
they have
really
update. They have
buggy.
like they have developer Q&As, and they like work on it still.
I just don't think
It's just not very
It's gotten the
not often.
attention it
It's
needs.
still in an alpha or something, I think.
it's not done full release yet.
Oh no, it's definitely not. It's an
Oh.
early release title, even though
Well-
it's been out for
6 years.
yeah a long time.
God, what is that? We bought that in 7th grade or was it 6th grade?
I think it was 7th. We played it over the summer in 7th. I think.
I remember buying it, and I think I was game sharing with you, and you got it, and I'm like, dude.
Well, no, I own it. I own it by it
You
myself.
had to buy it yourself too, I think, later, because I had a game share with Cade.
Something like that. Either way,
But-
that game is. We started playing it in middle school. Still a banger. That game is still good.
I don't know.
No, actually, I think it's older than 6th grade, or it's older than 6 years. I think.
It was older because it released on
remember watching
Xbox
video-
in
I've seen-
7th grade.
Oh, that's
Because
what
it was on computer for a couple years before that. So I think it was like 5th grade when it got released for us. And we're seniors now. So
Still a fun game. What can I say?
it's an old game, but it definitely needs to fix itself.
It's not that old now. Like on computer, it's way different than what. It's still the same on Xbox.
Yeah, the Xbox hasn't gotten an update in like 4 years.
Yeah, ever since Telltale went out of business, I think.
Yeah. Rest in peace, Telltale, dude. I love that company so much.
Well, I think they just got absorbed by
They got it. I think they
What
got
was
bought
it?
out, but
the people who finished the Walking Dead games own it now.
I know. But it was The Walking Dead. The last one was not a Telltale finish.
It was still. I think it was good.
It was
I think-
good, but there should be some
You
more
think-
like dying in that because
Yeah.
that's a true ending to a Telltale game.
No, but I don't think it always has to end like that. I remember you and me had this conversation before. Alex is just
Alex is
Checked
sitting
out.
there.
just.
You want to know a banger of a game?
Hey, no, we're
Castle
talking.
Crashers,
No, no, no,
bro.
no, 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 no.
Castle Crashers.
We're
Yeah,
still,
we're-
we're,
we're
still
still in the
talking
middle.
about Walking Dead.
All right,
Come
I'm
on.
checking out.
The 4th season, I remember you and me had an argument about, or not an argument, but we were talking about it.
A conversation.
Yes,
a
calm,
debate.
civilized
A debate,
conversation.
you could say.
Yes, and I think I think I don't want to spoil it because I
It's
hate
been out for
talking-
so long.
Yeah,
It's
but at the same time, like, I don't want to spoil it.
okay. Spoiler warning: if you don't want to listen to the ending of this,
Season
leave.
4 of Walking Dead.
Leave.
I don't
Carry
think
on.
I don't think Clementine had to die to make it a good game.
Okay.
I think she can die actually if you.
she can
make
die
bad
if you. I think if
decisions.
you mess up, but I think it should be a guaranteed death.
No.
Like-
I know. Like, okay, the first season of it.
Like it's either AJ dies or Clementine. Who do you want?
That's not a good choice because AJ's like a child.
Exactly. So she should have
I
died
guess Clementine's still a child too, but like,
technically, but now she's like a badass.
but she's been
child.
alive the entire apocalypse. I think it makes no sense to
It's
just
the
kill her.
final season.
Well,
It has to go
they
out
might
like
make
that.
another one. Honestly, maybe.
I don't think so. I think it's done.
What if they make their own like series of AJ's stories?
I would not
That
play
could-
it honestly.
You don't think so? I mean, they did that with Michonne, Walking Dead Michonne. I haven't played those.
Yeah, but that's not really the same thing.
No,
No,
yeah, it's not. But like,
because like the New Frontier one, like
Yeah.
they did that, and it was all right. I mean, you followed a whole different family.
I
And
mean,
you
each game you play a different person.
yeah, but
except
it's
for,
all
I guess,
based around Clem.
2 and 4 you play Clementine. It's always it is always. Although the third one is like for the most part not.
Third
about-
one, you play her at the end.
I don't think you play her at all.
Yeah, you play her because you rescue AJ when it falls.
Oh, in the
Yeah.
end of 3?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, yeah, you do.
Because you play technically Clementine in every game. Because the first one you played after Lee died,
Yeah,
and you had to like cross.
but that doesn't count. Okay,
that's-
I don't know if we should talk about Walking Dead for the rest of the episode.
It's such a. It's one of my favorite game series. I can't. But Alex, go ahead. Say what you were gonna say
Well-
before we. Oh, Castle Clashers? Is that what?
Castle Crashers.
Castle Crashers.
I remember
That's
playing
the
that game.
That's the one where you play as the different knights, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Red,
I'm just making
green,
sure it's the right
blue.
one. That game's fun. I played it a lot. Not like I've no own it, but I played it at like my friend Rustin's house when I
I
was a
played
kid.
single player, and it's just a sad game to play alone. You have
No,
to have
you have
friends.
to play it with co-op.
Yeah.
I remember. Do you remember the level with the deer that's like
Yes, I do.
just pooping?
Don't bring it up.
What's wrong with that?
Dude, I was always grossed out by that level. I don't know why.
It's funny. How?
No, it was not. For me, as a child, I didn't think that was funny. I'm
Of
like,
what?
this
You're
is
not
nasty.
you were never a child then, because when you're a child and you see a deer propelling itself by pooping, you like die. It's so funny.
I think that's just being immature, but you know.
Yeah, well, I was a child when I played that game. If you play it now and you
excuses, huh?
whatever. You know what we've all played though?
What?
Witcher.
Oh yeah, that game's bomb.
You know
guys
who
ever
hasn't
played
played
original?
Witcher? Holden James.
You bought it for him and everything.
Yep, I bought it for him on Christmas when it was on sale. Still hasn't touched it. Holden, if you're listening to this, you best play that game, because we can all unanimously agree that it's an amazing game. Right?
Okay, I have too much invested into The Witcher.
Oh no.
First one.
Oh wait, have you played the first one?
No, I watched videos on it.
It
though.
doesn't look good.
It is not that good.
No,
It's
I don't. I've heard it's not good.
second
Second one where it's actually is good.
Second one starts to get a lot better. I didn't like. It wasn't fully an open world style
Yeah.
like The Witcher 3 is. It's like you're kind of stuck in this like certain area of the map each.
But
part
also
through the
games.
levels.
Not every game has to be open world to be fun, but I think it's kind of like a standard that's been set now.
Yeah, honestly, Witcher 2 was a pretty beautiful game for its time.
When did it even come out? Because Witcher 3 is like 2016.
It was early 2000. I think it's like 2008, maybe.
No
Maybe.
way. Maybe like 2010. I feel like that has to be.
I don't know. Let me
Because
look
it was
up
on the
real quick.
Xbox 360, wasn't it?
I don't. It was just a PC game, I thought,
Oh, maybe.
because it wasn't. Project CD Red was not that big of a company, and The Witcher.
Oh, they're not anymore. Not after.
Not after
Cyberpunk.
Cyberpunk. So it came out really 2011.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's like a. I mean, that's when all like the famous CODs came out was in that time. So and it's
Yeah.
like around the same time period.
but it was pretty beautiful for its time. Like it was some lighting parts were pretty awkward, and I'm like,
Well, lighting in games is always kind of hard.
yeah, but it just didn't have that much of like side quest of like availability compared to The Witcher 3, which is by
Witcher
far
3,
one of
most
the best
of it
games.
is side quests, but that's what makes it fun.
You know, Witcher 3, I remember playing that on this Switch,
Oh, I
which was
remember.
great.
Yeah.
I was just in the back of class every day.
Wasn't that middle school?
No, it was high school.
Oh, I guess the Switch probably wasn't out in middle school, was it?
No, it was not. But yeah, before the pandemic, it was just me sitting in class while the teacher made us take notes, and I was playing The Witcher, slaying some ghouls, you could say.
Some of the... I remember the side quests where you hunt like the specific monster types was really fun.
Yeah,
Like the ones that are named.
but
Alex,
by far-
did you ever finish Witcher?
Yes.
Have you done the DLCs?
No.
Okay,
Oh.
by far, the
I-
best part about Witcher 3 is the DLCs.
Okay, I haven't done Blood and Wine or whatever.
That's the only good one.
Well, yeah, I've done the other one. I played through the other one, the
The Hearts of Stone.
Yeah, that one is...
Okay,
It doesn't take you to its own
Hearts of
part the map.
Stone
It's
was a relatively short one. It only took me like a couple hours to finish.
It's not relatively short. For Witcher, it's relatively short. It's still like
It's
quite
a
a while.
good amount for a DLC, honestly, but
Because, I mean, Witcher is like 60 hours, right? So, I mean,
because already, have you played Blood and Wine at all?
I've started it, but remember, I started the DLC right before I transitioned to computer.
Do
So,
I
I own it on computer. I just
do I
need to
say
play it.
anything
Don't
about
spoil
it?
it. No. I want...
Okay, let me just say this though.
I don't want you to spoil it.
Witcher 3 main story without DLCs
It's still
is
good.
not the end of the story.
No, but it's still really good.
Cuz like, you know, Heart and Stone isn't really it's like just a side quest. You know?
Yeah. Well, can't you only do it after you beat the main story?
I think after, but it's just still like technically a side quest. Blood and Wine is practically still story mode.
Yeah.
It's like the main
It's
story
just a
still.
continuation after.
And it's
Do you
it
think
was
they're
done
gonna make a fourth Witcher game?
yes, but not of Geralt. It's going to be of Ciri.
Oh, yeah, that could... Well, they might make it about Geralt. Although it depends... If they follow the books...
It depends on the books. You have to play the
Do they
DLC
still
to
even...
understand.
Does the Polish guy even make those books still? Or
Didn't
dead?
he die?
I don't know.
I don't
Alex,
really read any of the books.
Look up the Witcher author. Because it's originally a Polish book series.
Yeah,
And then made it into a game because CD Projekt Red is Polish.
and then they took over and they made it. I think they did it
I think they made a good game that's appealable to everyone, whether you're read
in
the
the
books,
books or not.
I'm just not going to pronounce that.
Well, it's Polish. You can't pronounce it.
Let
No
me give
English
your
speaker can pronounce Polish.
best English.
Wait, let me see the name. I'll try to pronounce it.
And Andrzej Zeha Sapkowski.
Let me see it.
I don't know. Let's get Andrew, the history man, on it.
Oh no. I found your... Okay. Andrzej Sapkowski.
Sapkowski. That sounds like it.
Andrzej Sapkowski. That sounds correct.
So did he die?
Oh yeah, did he die? He didn't look.
He did not look. He's on it.
He doesn't
But-
look that old.
I don't know.
He could still be alive.
He could. I thought he died like cancer or something.
Maybe. Alex,
I think
what is the
that's-
verdict?
He's still in that. But I don't know. Have you watched any of the Netflix
show?
originals or
No.
the Witcher?
Doesn't it have the guy? Isn't Geralt played by the guy from Superman?
Yeah,
Is it
But
good?
I like it.
I think it
honestly.
follows the books more.
It's more based off
Because
the
like
books.
Triss is like, because Triss in the books isn't even redhead.
Yeah, he died.
When did he
what year?
die?
I don't know. It's not telling me.
Well, he's dead. That's all you need to know.
Because he's Polish. It won't tell us because he's Polish.
But
That's why.
this TV show follows the books more,
Yeah.
and it's not. It's more like right now. The first season was kind of like the first Witcher. It's like Witcher 1. If you're
So
following
is
the
the
games,
season? Are each season's like a book?
Oh, wait.
Each-
No, I lied.
he's
he
not
still
dead.
His son died, but he's alive. He stopped writing books because of his son's death.
Oh,
Oh,
He's 73 years old right now.
yeah.
Dang.
But
So he stopped riding. How long ago did he stop riding then? When did his son die?
I think it was a couple of years ago that I read something about it.
I think it was a couple of years ago.
So it was like recent.
Recent-ish, not like brand new, but like not 20 years ago.
Well, dude, Witcher 3, I want to play through that game again, but it's so long.
It takes.
It's like
tried restarting that game probably like 3 times this year, but you have to spend.
you dedicate like a few weeks to that game.
It's seriously a 60-hour just doing the campaign, but if you want to do all the side quests too,
It's probably
over
100
100
hours.
plus.
Yeah.
And that game, it just doesn't get old. It's so good.
I could never be mean in that game though. Like
It actually makes you feel like you have to like.
I mean, you could be mean because Geralt is like
Hated.
monotone. Well, yeah, everyone hates the Witchers.
Yeah, so.
But that doesn't make any sense because they literally deal with their problems.
Yeah, but they're a problem themselves.
Not really. I mean, like at least Geralt most of the
Geralt
time
is
isn't.
mostly an honest man, but a lot of Witchers just kind of like steal and
Well,
do
isn't there
mercenary work and whatnot.
I think one of the not like DLC but like expansion quests is like the one where you fight the Witcher from a different school.
Yeah.
I think he like kidnaps somebody or he kills a bunch of people, so he's a bad Witcher, I guess.
So it's just all like, and then like with
It's
Geralt
person to
had a
person.
bad name because he murdered everyone in a town once.
Oh, when he got like, didn't he die?
He didn't die, no.
No, in the second one he dies and then gets like revived by Triss, right?
No, that's a different time of getting attacked, but like it was, I think around Witcher 1 or before it, that,
It's so hard to explain these kind of
Geralt
games with
of-
people who don't know it.
what is it? But yeah, he causes like it's in a,
Geralt of Rivia?
yeah, but he also like massacres a bunch of people in town, and then kills a princess, I think.
Yeah, not a very good thing to do, I guess.
And then everyone hated him, and then he kind of got a better name since he was starting to work on his image, and then you kind of get put in Witcher 3 where it's like, nah, because between Witcher
I think
2
Witcher
and 3 he dies and then gets revived.
I think Witcher 3 is a really good like standalone game even though it's like part of a series. You don't have to know anything and it'll explain it to you.
Yeah, honestly, it's a pretty well done game. I don't know.
Yeah. I think it's definitely one of the best games like to come out in this century at least.
I don't know. It's just, it's hard to replay. That's all I really have to say.
But it's only hard to replay because I mean, playing through it the first time takes you so long, but it's so good because like it's such a long game.
It's so in depth, but like when you play it again,
Replaying it like originally like playing through the Bloody Baron quests. I hate that. Those
yeah,
quests,
that's what's stopping me right now. Is because with the Bloody
his
Baron
quest
quest,
sucks. I hate it.
it's so like
Since you
drives you down a certain path, but while later into the game you
you're,
have
like,
more
free.
options.
Yeah, it's still kind of like a tutorial, but like, because I remember when I first played Witcher, I bought Witcher like a long time ago on my Xbox, and then played through it a little bit, and then stopped. And where I stopped was at the Bloody Baron stuff, and then I didn't pick it back up until like a long time later, like a few years later, and then played it then. And I'm glad I played it. It's a really good game.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like 4 or 5 hours for the Bloody Baron, and I just don't really care about that.
Yeah, screw him.
But we do need to be going pretty soon, so probably wrap up the episode now.
Yep.
So overall,
Video game episode.
the video game episode.
Yep.
Alex, how you doing?
I'm real tired, man.
Dude,
Yeah.
I'm tired as well. I went to
think
bed
I-
at 4 and woke up at 10.
That's so good for you. Like, I'm honestly impressed with
I
that.
know.
I'm not being like sarcastic at all either.
Getting up at 10, I know.
Getting
That's
at
so
10 after
impressive.
staying up till 4, you usually like sleep until 3 at that point.
Yeah. Well, it's because I had a therapy appointment this morning.
How was that? Go well?
Yeah.
That's good.
That's how I was talking about 7 Days to Die with my therapist.
Which is it, a male or a female?
Female.
What'd she say?
I mean, she plays it, and I don't know.
She
doesn't.
gamer therapist.
Yeah, dude. And
That's what's
I don't
up.
know. I don't know if she likes it or not. I don't know. It's hard to.
You need the nostalgia to like that game.
The
Honestly,
only reason I like that game is because I've played it a lot. I don't know.
Alrighty. I guess I'll take us out of this episode, though.
Yep.
will you?
Yeah.
No,
Thank
won't.
you again, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us on the TrashCast episode 5.
Trash
Hope you guys.
Caspa.
Sorry,
Thank
I
you,
forgot. I
ladies and
forgot you have
gentlemen,
verbal
for
dyslexia.
joining us for the last.
Whoa! Last
Oh.
episode,
Thank you.
You know,
Ladies
let me
and
take it from
gentlemen.
here. Let me take it.
Yeah,
from
yeah, you got this. You got this.
you ruined your opportunity.
Thank yous, ladies and gentlemen, for listening to us rant about our
Video game.
childhood games.
Well, me and Fox rant.
Alex, he tried talking about.
Alex chimed in.
He tried talking about what was it?
Castle Crashers.
Castle Crashers. What
No,
was the
we
other
don't
one?
want that here. We want Witcher and Walking Dead.
Witcher, Walking Dead, 7 Days to Die. You know, honestly, with those games,
They're all zombie games to some degree.
they're all pretty much zombie games, but they're not well known. Like The Witcher is probably
Witcher
the most.
is.
It
Walking
was.
Dead is. 7 Days to Die isn't.
Yeah. Okay, but that's it. Have a great day, guys.
Goodbye.
Be safe out there.
Don't
And-
drink and drive.
Whoa. Don't drink in general, please.
True.
Goodbye.